Copyright. Let me turn this down for a second. But it be cracking on these internet highways. These internets got their own little outside of the main source, the number one plug, Yahuwah. And people just be gone. I'm like, what? They be going to church. Making no sense. Just all over, just all over the place. That's why I learned to keep my focus, steadfast on Yahuwah. No matter what, that's the only thing you're going to hear me promote. Yahuwah's word. Because I see it in real time, and I know the power of it is beyond what any man or woman think they can control. If you think you can control the power of Yahuwah, then you sadly mistaken. Your witch powers or your warlock powers are gonna fail you. You have plenty of examples in the Bible. I don't know why we don't read the Bible and just use just a tenth of a mustard seed of faith to know that his word is the truth. Take it from your man Judah. I'm telling you, real life is always. That's been my go-to. That's been my solution. That's been my, I don't care what I was facing. Man, I've always resorted to turning to seeking the Most High. Put my life in his hand. And what happened after that, family? I got testimonies, you know. Yeah, I'm sincere, a real brother. I don't play no games. And I don't play games with this word or the fact that the Most High is real and the so-called Negroes are his people, which are in fact Hebrew by bloodline and Israelite by nationality, because the Most High chose your ancestor and changed his name to Israel. He surnamed him Israel. Who are and who are these? Who is man to tell your Creator and King who you not unto the Most High? But you know what? It's a rap. Like Mary says, it's a rap, baby. We woke now. And that's the one thing they fear. They fear that. Christians fear that. They don't want to hear that. Him taking jabs at the Israelites all day. That's all you hear. Where Hebrews don't do this, Hebrews don't do that. Hebrews lying about this, the Hebrews are lying about that. No, they not, because if you was on your business, you wouldn't have time to worry about what Hebrew Israelites are saying. I don't know. That's why I said a lot of y'all following the world. Y'all religified. You know what I'm saying? Y'all listen to whatever's going on these waves, and then you come on here and try to equate it to what God is saying because it's happening to you. Christ already told you you're going to be persecuted. Even from your so-called ones we know as brothers and sisters. By nationality, bloodline. Nobody care about what no damn religion talking about. All that shit I've been watching. Who they talking about? The smart Christians. Let me tell you something. I don't have nothing against no man. But your religion is set apart from you. You could go on in life and live a fruitful life if you follow the instructions of the Most High. The Most High is a king. King speaks. His word is a law. It establishes instruction. You don't have to do nothing with. Yes, we recognize Moses and we honor how the Most High used him. And for y'all Christians to be talking about the law is done away with, you don't know what you're talking about. You need to shut up. We fulfill it. No, we don't do away with it. We fulfill it. We fulfill it in the spirit, because now we have a high priest, an eternal priest from the order of Melchizedek. We're not talking about the sons of Levi. I heard a song and I heard the brother saying the Most High put the earth in the hands of the Levites. I don't think so. Everything is in Judah's hand, the king's hand, the priest's hand. That's the high priest. Yes, we recognize the Levitical priesthood. You gotta understand, the covenants were broke under their authority. And the Most High had to send who? Yahushua, to bring things back together where he can draw us back to him. All up on New Breed. If you haven't, check out, we on YouTube, check them out. New Breed Global Truth. Brother at the forefront, of kingdom business. I don't care what the naysayers and others saying. I gauge a person based on what I see and what I'm reading from the scripture. Now, things outside of scriptural, conversations and gathering. When he on here gathering through the internet, they also go in real life. They gather in real life to bring the people to come under the authority of the kingdom. We're supposed to be building the kingdom. And that means building the people and understanding. We have to get this knowledge. You can't worry about what the world's doing. You can't get caught up and lost in the sauce of what the Democrats are doing. You can't. You just can't. You will be consumed with witchcraft. They're not working things of the kingdom or what the Father has given them. No, they're not. So you can't expect them to bring those things forth. I know what they did. They held a whole lot back from us. But I don't look to them. I don't look to them to give it to you like that. It ain't gonna come like that. They gonna give it to you, but it's a way that is concrete, and that's through the Most High and His redemptive plan for His people. We warn y'all and tell y'all and share with y'all the word. We tell y'all it's talking to you, but a lot of y'all just don't believe. Like Christ said, though, they're not gonna believe unless they can see. Ears having ears, they hear not. Eyes having eyes, they see not. It's right there. This nation is being judged where we at. And I hear a lot of Israelites, descendants of the house of Israel and Judah, talking about they natives here and all kind of stuff. They don't come out of Africa. I understand there are some people that's in Africa doing things that's contrary to uh, the Negroes over here in America and the work we've been put in for generations now. And that work has opened the door not just for our second and third, fourth generation brothers and sisters that come out of Africa, but damn, how we treat them as if we don't know them? Like trying to wage spiritual warfare, economic warfare against them. Like you don't know through your DNA. Ron Dalton shared that. A lot of y'all rejected that. Y'all look at all these people that's on your movie screens and all these places, your TV, your actors, musicians. Y'all don't see them doing their DNA. Since y'all don't want to listen to us, y'all don't see them doing their DNA test and learning that they come out of Africa family, the tribes of West Africa, Judah, the kingdom of Judah. And I'm gonna tell you why I said that, because that's the playbook. You want to know why the Negroes in the condition that you in? I don't care what nobody talking about, no philosopher, no so-called doctorate. What do you have a doctorate in? Is it submission to the will of Yahuwah, our creator, in his way, or you trying to tell me about some science? Science don't carry weight in the kingdom. You gotta surrender that because his word is concrete, family. He told you, I'm gonna give you some herbs and fruit bearing trees with seeds that bear fruit within itself. Well, we can go out there, they going crazy over the herbs. You know what I'm saying? People going crazy over the herbs and the benefits of the natural on all men. In Joel, the book of Joel, I believe, chapter 2, and the book of Acts, chapter 2. The Most High pouring out his spirit in the end times. And Peter spoke about it in Acts 2. Joel spoke about it in the book of Joel, chapter 2. A new breed being targeted by something. I'm going to check him out. I ain't doing no response to what he's talking about, but yes, I will make y'all aware of. He got haters just like we all got haters. And the more you get in tune with against that truth, they're not gonna want to see you walk that walk or talk that talk. Why? Because they feel like, okay, you like me. Let's play devil's advocate for a minute. They feel like, okay, you like me, which is yes, we are. We're people. But what measure the Most High meted out in me might not be the same measure of reverence in the spirit that you have for him. More he gave, what he has given me, and I've taken hold of, you might not take hold of it like I do. You know, I believe what's literally written because I'm excited. I'm not all on there. I'm super excited, but I'm not all on there. Yeah, y'all going to hell. Y'all going this and chains and woody woody woo. No, I'm speaking like the Most High. He's calling all through His Word. You can repent because when you reading His Word, that's how I know your religion is fake. That's like case in point. I'm reading Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, other Elohim, small, little g. There are many gods in the earth, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. What is a god? An idol, or in the sense of the Hebrew, Elohim. Remember in the beginning, Genesis 1, verse 26, Yahuwah said, come, let us make man in our image and after our likeness. So therefore, you have his characteristics in you, his image and his likeness. That elevates you as a person. You're not just a regular person. That's what I mean by what measure he meted, because thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Now picture this. Let's bring that to reality of today, right now, within the time frame about Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Well, when I love to pour engines, I love to pour transmissions, put them in. And mind you, I do all this by myself. I don't need no hand, this and that. No, I know how to maneuver and work through, applicate tools that apply, that makes the job. Why? Deuteronomy 7:6. What I turn on to get that word? Yeah, that 64. Okay, Deuteronomy. Lord, excuse me, I dropped the phone. They walked into Egypt, family. That's how you unravel the mysteries, the oracles and mysteries of the word. The oracles is the wisdom that the Most High put up in there. Genesis 46. Remember Pharaoh and Joseph. Genesis 45. Then Joseph could not refrain. Okay, so Joseph had the encounter with his brothers, and he let them know. But recognize, we know they black people because the Hamites that was there, the Egyptians, and it wasn't just Egyptians there. Because remember, it was a Canaanite king, a son of Canaan, an Amorite king, who took over Egypt. He had to, which you can find in the book of Jubilees, chapter 50. It goes into that story of Jacob and Joseph. Oh, Joseph, Joseph laid it out. Joseph had, before they even got there, Pharaoh told him he was going to give them the best of the lands. And he wanted to allow them to rule over industries and things because of how great Joseph had handled and managed Egypt's affairs during his time. So we see what's at play with the Most High, the migration of Jacob into Egypt. People forget that. So, no, I don't see that Deuteronomy 20. I'll be straight gas, ready to go, gone off. But it's all for the glory of the Most High. He got to get glory out you. We're his instruments. I was supposed to be checking out Brother New Breed here. Let me get back. I'm going to get back to you, New Breed. I'm going to let him play in the background. Fair use copyright. Just, get a feel for what's going on. You got a lot of... Exactly. You got a lot of people working against him because he owned business. You got a lot of fugazis out here. Like they really got power. They didn't reject... A lot of them rejected truth. They tell you they didn't claim... Went on... Put videos out. Went on their sites and told the world, oh, I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. Because the Hebrew Israelites, woody, won't follow the Hebrew Israelites. You shouldn't have been following them no way. You should have been following the Father, the Son, as you follow the, you should have been following the Son. through the instruction of the word. We come into his rest because we become sons. You believe on him as Genesis chapter 46, verse 1. Israel took his journey with all that he had and came to Bathsheba. And I ain't talking about religions. These religious Christians got their own God. They don't follow the God of the Bible. I don't care how you try and doctor it up or pretty it up, how they've dealt with us. We don't represent any relationship or covenant with the creator of the heavens, all the world, with the creator of all the world. The Elohim, the one and true and living Elohim of Israel, the only true God, the only true Elohim, the true, and he dwells in you. He's in you right now. Stop listening to them with them lies. Now, I'm going to have to pop up on the scene because this is our covenant, but at the same time, we have to defend it. The Bible tells you. Because the most I know who we awaken. Y'all already know. That's like the brother over there in Nigeria I follow. That's been teaching me this truth since like 2007, 2008. He been putting it out there, bro. And I mean freely. Never asked for no money. I even asked him freely. Like he right there at night with the Most High soaking up wisdom and understanding and gleaning and worshiping the Most High and giving praise to him and coming back with this knowledge and that you could tell his spirit is different. He different. It shall come to pass. Believe on the Most High. I ain't nothing. Believe on the Most High. That's the problem we got. A lot of people. I got 1,000 followers. He ain't got number 2 followers. Why would you listen to him? Excuse me. His heart. He may have a measure of love that's greater than what you carry for the Most High. Why would you tell them, oh, they are nobody? I got more people following me. That's the problem. You shouldn't be following me or her per se. You should be following the rhythm of that sound of the word. When you see that cyclical way of life, I flip over backwards and allow you to run me over instead of being, you know what I'm saying, helping catch me. You pulling the camera out, filming it. Oh, look what happened to, because you want 1,000 likes. No, that's what a lot of these so-called leaders on. They not led of the spirit, family. Because the first time you don't give a like or show up, you ain't consistent, they'll feel some kind of way. Do it for an experiment. I promise you. They will notice a lack in attendance, and then you will know, oh, they not seeking the Most High to spread His word. I ain't knocking them. They working for views, which pays. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't knocking it. But when it comes to the kingdom, can 2 walk together unless they agree? I think not. I don't care how eloquently learned they are. Eloquently spoken they are about what they have learned or what's been revealed. The one thing where you're going to have a problem is if you don't separate and come out of the world. You can't follow the ways of the world. You can come on here and promote, but I'm not running no cash out for none of that. I'm struggling, family, and I got getting them $1,000 checks, $700 checks a week, $1,000 checks. I missed that, and that's on a low ball. Okay, stay consistent with no help. I don't need nobody's help. I got the schematics. I know how to read schematics. We can disassemble and reassemble every washer, gasket, whatever, down to the last screw, down to the last witchcraft, meaning they work familiar spirits. They don't work the word, take it to the Most High, and wait on an answer. Put foot on the neck of that serpent, or to tear down. I remember I was in the county, and I'm going to start speaking that, strictly the chapters and verses. Man, when I was in that county fighting for my freedom, I spoke the word. I prayed the word. I fasted the word. I testified of it. I proclaimed it before the gangsters. They was like, oh, y'all come in trying to become Christian. I'm like, bro, I ain't never been no Christian. We was a group of men that loved the Most High and understood the word. And then they didn't understand that the brother, one of the Masons, I'm going to tell you, he was a Mason. He was locked up. Don't ask me how. That man was a real Mason. Brandon in every places that was coming against brothers that was in there fighting for their freedom. You had women doing all kind of things, betraying them, not bringing their children. That added to extra worry. But then we ain't gonna just say it was the women. You gotta look at what we've been doing, which led to that. But at the same time, because some, like a lot of our people do, they are emotional led, and therefore they're dangerous. So, brother, don't be asking, oh, why she called SWAT own household? It's that serious, brothers and sisters. They see the brothers and sisters on TikTok, on YouTube, and Facebook, preferably a lot on YouTube and TikTok, talking about how the family then turned against them. It's like it's a talking point for everybody. But trust me, I believe them because I know when you speaking this word, they ain't gonna want to hear that. When things going on in life unfolding, you want some wisdom, some real knowledge, like a comic book, like, dude, your ass better go repent. We're gonna give your ass a laugh. You know, when that power, that whole life. We are devoted and loyal to him. You can have your world, its systems, its banks, its corporations that follow it. You can have all that. That's boo-boo. Where we going, we ain't got to worry about all that. You better learn how to maneuver now. Come up out of there. You got to come out of there. But you got to love the Most High, and you got to love your brothers and sisters. You can't hate me and talking about you love the Most High and got your ass in church every Sunday, once a week. Like, stop. We know that's fake. Then you hearing all the rumors were set apart from what their Christian theology, doctrine, teaches, where you really become, even when you don't feel like you've asked for revelation. Once that fountain is tapped, once you tap into that living water fountain, he gonna have you right. That's why you able. I'm not gonna never come on here talking about I'm a prophet or a teacher divinely appointed by the Most High. Yes, we are divinely appointed. But in this hour, the Mashiach, sorry but not sorry. Y'all need to learn the truth and stop following groups. Stop following men. Follow the heart. You walk out the door, you see it. People chasing the lust of their flesh more than they chasing this truth and willingness to share this with those that they come in contact with. They don't feel they are led that it's their duty to do something like that. What they say, they hate your light. Oh yeah, they hate the light, King. Keep doing your thing though, New Breed, Global Truth. I support that channel, and I joined a few channels. I didn't say I joined brothers. I supported and watched all his videos because at the same time, I ain't saying I was following him back then, but around that time I was, coming forth with the video, understanding this word, how it was affecting us. We look for answers to everyday situations like, why have we been going through we've been going through this crap for generations, 4 generations. Then we entangled in these covenants with the world, in these contracts with the world and these systems, the government and their systems, when we listen to people who we trusted. Because we thought just because they went and got a Cecil Rhodes scholarship. Man, do you know who the fuck, excuse me, do you know who Cecil Rhodes is, man? And what the fuck he did to our ancestors? Excuse my French. Do you know what he did to our ancestors? So don't tell me no shit about, I heard Obama talking about a Cecil Rhodes scholarship. We don't give a shit about none of that. The people, all this, what they call them, the talented 10 or whatever, these the people they look to that look like us, but they not like us. They the gatekeepers. Ain't that what they call them? These is the Antichrist. I come in the name of Mashiach, in the name of life, freedom is in Yahushua. They don't want to hear that, which lets me know you are Antichrist. It's only so long fake thugs can. If you think I'm lying, you can ask the hood. They gonna tell you. A lot of them look that way because of the sincerity. You know how the Most High moved my heart. You can go through the community, you're gonna find a lot of Judites. We affecting them like a virus with this truth. They turning. Yeah, you got a lot of them that's going to the left. They want to ride with the goats. They think something over there. The ancestors didn't get. They think they ass gonna get it now. Like really, man, get out of here. Get that word in. Take it from me. I'm 54. I'll be. It's what you make of it. You can have the fulfillment of that. While people denying the Bible and talking about what's not there, they don't follow nor the Son. Neither one established a religion. Think about it. He established his kingdom. Then in that kingdom comes instructions for the citizens of that kingdom. He didn't just create this kingdom and say, hey, y'all just go and live willy-nilly, do what you want to do, like the church do. Oh, come as you are. Yeah, you're going to come as you are, but you know who you coming to before you get there. That's like if a brother's black man, you know. 9 times 10, if you've been locked up, that's the first thing we calling out to. You know we ain't got no bond money. You ain't got no lawyer money. You praying to God. God, if you get me out of this, I swear I won't do it no more. That's the first one you calling, Negro. So I don't understand how we disconnect from there. When your ass in trouble, you can remember God, verse and chapter, what granddaddy, grandmama, how many times you went to church, how many times your suit was tight, or you didn't want to go, you ditched or did this and that and the third. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, you just dismiss God. Oh, I'm tired of that. That don't matter no more. Like, oh, really? When your ass praying and need something, that's the response you're gonna get. Since you tired and don't want to hear that or need that, that's the spirit you gonna get behind if when you go to him. He gonna sit there and laugh at your calamity, just like he said he gonna do with Israel. Why? Because his people are a stiff-necked, hard-hearted, hard-headed people. They don't even want to acknowledge the fact that they the Hebrew Israelites. That's crazy. They'll get their ass up, they'll say it, and then get the hell up and go out here tomorrow and continue to empower Babylon. Like, who does that? That's insane. Like, doing the same thing is going to get you something different. I had to learn to stop selling reefer. Like, okay, that was my go-to. Oh, shit. Trust me, I knew I was chosen when I was a shorty. We all knew that. Black folk knew that back then. We didn't know we was, per se, the Hebrew Israelites. We knew we was a special people of God. And we didn't mess with the government. You know, I'm one of them 70s babies. It ain't nothing that I was ignorant or nothing, but the government ain't providing shit. The government shut money off. And a lot of y'all losing power behind what you thought you had control of. Why? Because you just a person that's in place working the shit he needs you to work. You don't own shit if you using bank money. You don't own shit. The bank own your ass. Miss a payment. Don't get it twisted. Probably saying, that nigga don't know nothing. He a dumbass. He talking about don't use the government. No, I ain't dumb at all. I'm speaking here. I can talk. Dumb people can't speak. That's what dumb means. You got a lot of backwards ass people out here that don't read. And I say backwards because we've been wired to think backwards. Look at our language. We got sums. 2 words put together to create a word. Like, what the fuck kind of witchcraft? When you wake up, you say good morning. What does morning mean? Morning doesn't mean happy or life or high spirited. What the hell? When you're in mourning, that means you feeling bad. You down. Your spirits are low. You know, there's nothing wrong with mourning, but what's good about it? Like, stop. Pay attention. But now, light has come unto Jacob. We know now we know why we stand. We know why we God's favorite people. Now we understand why we got all these special gifts. We can jump out the goddamn building. We whooping everybody's ass in the boxing ring. Black people whoop everybody's ass in the boxing ring. Black people or run down any people on the basketball court. Black people will run down any group in the football field. No, they won't. Ice Cube got the indoor thing. Stop. How did he do it? I know he got European employees over there, but it came off the muscle of the black man. You had to use his natural ability, put him out there to do what he do, to draw the people there. Don't get it twisted. That's what it means to be Deuteronomy 7:6. Special people unto the Most High. The Most High chose you to be a special people unto himself above all people. And they fought Dame Dash tooth and nail. He was talking about starting a football team through the system. But think about it. Let me show you Wayne ain't ignorant. Say instead of depending on investments here in America, you go to the natural resource countries where we depend on their natural mineral resources, right? Because without their resources and animals which produce fabrics and foods that we eat, you wouldn't have all these name brand bullshit ass clothes you have that they paying cheap labor for and charging you 3 times over for what you don't know. The game is cold, but it's fair. Don't be stupid and don't be puffed up when you're dealing with people when you know it's all fictitious. It's the Matrix, family. It's bullshit. Because I can go to Africa tomorrow when I have some money, finally be able to go to Africa, set up an account, and purchase me some gold and other earth minerals. Invest in the company. Or with a group, and we group invest instead of buying a fucking marijuana factory here in America. Hell no. Let's go build us a mineral factory that can extract minerals and employ the people there and some of our people and educate them. So it's a wrap. Those who have the goods, like Brother Paul Nwega said years ago, he prophesied. That's what I'm talking about. The Judean brother over there in Nigeria, one of our Igbo brothers. From the tribe of Gad. But he know us that were scattered to the Americans. He know we Judah. He gonna tell you. And can prove it with the Bible. And it's the same consistency throughout our historians, African historians. I ain't talking about European ideologies. I'm talking about actual documented history, written history, and oral history. You don't have to look to them to validate your claim. No, you don't. Because the history is right there. There's so many brothers and sisters that's woke now and understand that's over there in Africa that the Hebrew language is their native tongue. You got brothers and sisters on here every day explaining to you. Y'all don't want to hear. You probably looking. It probably don't even come through your feed because you don't even believe that we are the people. First of all, so that means you antichrist. You reject the truth. And even Christ told you you're gonna be scattered. Now that scattering Christ talked about was the southern kingdom. Your people didn't go north; they went south into Africa. They went further into Africa. They didn't go to Europe because you had the Greco-Roman Empire coming at them. The Europeans, i.e. the Europeans coming at them. Which Judea became a province, client state of Rome. Rome put a king over Jerusalem, family. Think about that. Think about that. Once you learn that, that will open, let me tell you something, that's going to blow a hole in your religion, family. All this Christianity, religion stuff people talking about, I speak against it because I don't see it written in the Bible. The Most High dealing with the Hebrews. These are the people he chose to put his name on. It ain't just the Negroes, but it's Negro people, and some of them probably got a little shade lighter because all the mixing. And you have to understand, like I hear a lot of people debating and arguing. They argue about, oh, what about all the race mixing, woo woo? Hebrews household is determined by his father's gene. So Numbers, go read Numbers chapter 1. Go and read it. Your pedigree is determined by the house of your blood of your father. Unlike America and the people over there saying they God's chosen people in that piece of land they got over there. They determine their allegiance to the Most High through their mother. That's not biblical, family. You can bring yourself out the fog. When you over here, you're going to get the truth, the uncut truth. I don't care how much money a person has or what they control. You don't control the kingdom of heaven, and you can't control the truth. And if you are the truth, you got to speak the truth. Not in hate, but it's just the truth. It's powerful. It's too powerful. I know they whine. That's why brother on here making videos defending himself. And that's crazy in Hebrews. You got to defend yourself against mockers and scoffers. It's crazy but then you got to be careful with that because I understand a lot. I understand because I don't let people just say things. They witches. You speak anything against me that's contrary to what the Most High has established or ordained for his children, with the measure of knowledge that he gave me to understand who I am and my purpose, family, you're a witch. You are antichrist. Christ is the word. The word is in me. Just like it's in you. And if somebody tell you otherwise, you're antichrist. You are Christ-likes. You are little Christ. You know what I'm saying? Little Jesus. He's the word of the Father. And when you put that word in you, he's born in you. That spirit is born in you. You become like your father. I had to make this video. I was sitting there thinking about, and trust me, it's hard out here. It's hard. But I have to move. I'm going to have to move heaven and keep on. I'm going to have to let the most, I'm going to have to blow the doors of heaven down. We need some doors open. Shouldn't be focused on, as a man, we know it's our duty to protect and to provide. And when you have talents and gifts, you shouldn't have to rely on the world when you say you are the Most High and you got brothers and sisters like him. That means whatever I do, I need to to push that energy towards his people so they can receive, some of the goodness of what is behind us doing business. So we can sustain ourselves. I don't understand our people. They think the only way, but yeah, like I was saying, Africa is good. Yes, you can cut the middleman and go straight to the source and invest. You doing business and you having gold and silver and natural resources. You purchasing all this stuff, they gonna see transcripts. You get and coming through customs, you're gonna have to break bread. You have to pay tax on it. You break bread, investment in nothing. Yeah, if that means then move over there for a time and get to know the village, get to know the people, let them know you, and you can build with them. I'm seeing a lot of our people build. You can open their eyes up to the game. Let them, help them. We have that understanding. They don't believe the Bible. A lot of them know it and they do, but it's a whole lot of people that look like us that don't believe it. And I ain't tripping on that. But for the sake of those who do, that's how we gotta move, family. Can't be out here fake pumping, talking about we moving for the kingdom, we the chosen, and we got a new prophecy every day. And no, it don't work like that. Nope, the Most High warns you by his word. Then he gonna raise up a prophet or two, depending on the severity of how the people are moving. Are they being rebellious against the king, or Are they humble before him in obedience, doing his will? Whoever, doing him one-on-one, brother or your sister. But then you in turn, you go in and you study these things for yourself. Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom. That means the king's dominion. You seeking his world. His world is eternal. Can't be scared of things of the spirit. And yeah, you gonna, before a relationship with the Most High. Any questions or any questions about anything pertaining to the word, call your brother. Leave a message on here, Leave a message on there. I will answer. I got insight on anything. Prayer, fasting, whatever. If I can help, that's what we gonna do. But first we gonna believe on the Most High that He can do it. And we're gonna exhaust all our means. I'll never give up. I mean literally exhaust before we give up on anything. The power is in the hands of the believer. If you can receive it, you believe it, you can achieve it. That's what they always told us. I believe it. Shalom.